When you work in the Model tab in AutoCAD, which is down here on the left here, there's Model there, I'm just clicking on it now. You're working in full size, you're working in real-time units. Now, what you can see here is an object that we've built up over the last few exercises to a point now where we can start looking at it in a real space environment. So it's 100 by 200. That could be 100 by 200 miles. It could be 100 by 200 millimeters. It could be 100 by 200 kilometers. AutoCAD will not tell you what units you are working in. You have to set your units so that they concur with your current conventions. So, for this particular case, we're going to assume that it's a metric drawing and we are working in millimeters. So let's have a look at that. How do we set those units in model space? We go to our application menu here and we go to drawing utilities here on the left, and if you look at all the settings that we can work with, there's units there. That controls coordinate and angle display formats and precision. It will open up the units dialog box here, and as you can see, we're currently working in decimal units for length, up to 4 decimal places, and decimal degrees for angles, and I'm going to change that there to 2 decimal places, like so. What I can also do is decide on whether the angles are measured either clockwise, if it's ticked, or counterclockwise if it's unticked. The default is normally counterclockwise. The units to scale inserted content. So this would be, for example, if we inserted an AutoCAD block into this drawing, it would also need to be in millimeters. We will cover blocks later on in the course. There's our sample output to show us what our units are actually going to look like. And lighting you don't need to worry about. That's more for 3D rendering and walkthroughs and camera shots and things for 3D models. But what it does is it allows you to specify the intensity of lighting. It can either be international, American, or generic. The default is international. If I click on the direction button here, you can see that my base angle is to the east, which is 0. So when I move to the right along the x-axis, I'm drawing at an angle of 0 degrees. If I move vertically upwards, north will be 90, and so on, like we've done in previous exercises. I'm just going to click on cancel here and here because I don't want to change those settings. So I know that everything here is metric and in millimeters, and that's what I'm going to work with. But AutoCAD won't tell me that. It just assumes 100 units, metric, 200 units, metric. I have to work around that and make sure that everything else is consistent. So when working in the Model tab, you have to make sure that you're working full size and, more importantly, to the appropriate units that you want to work to in AutoCAD.